Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of Hoppets, today joined by
Brett
of Myces, reviewing our first, hopefully not last, beer from Emperor over in the UK. Emperor Brewing Company or just Emperor?
Emperor's
Brewery.
Yeah.
And
it's the Emperor.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's a very small brewing project. It's become really hyped. I think it's basically homebrew sized. I mean, there's 206 bottles of this.
Yeah.
That's like probably like a 70-liter batch. That's usually like home brewing size, nano brewing size.
Absolutely.
As Damien, his name is, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people have really hyped his brewery up. Like they're saying Emperor in the UK is just like doing some of the best stouts at the moment.
And also brew some quadruples, but mostly stouts.
But the fun thing is it's a Star Wars brewery. Why not? You know. But the only thing I really hope is not going to happen is that he's going to get sued by Disney at one point when he's big enough. If he ends up getting to that size.
Yeah. Because
I mean, it is, you know, it's the Emperor right there on the label. They're looking
and like clear Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean it's indoor. It's called Black Forest Moon. The beer we're checking out, by the way. So Black Forest Moon. The label has indoor on it. I mean, the Forest Moon is indoor. I'm a huge Star Wars fan myself. There's a poster right behind the camera.
I loved it. I watched every what's it called? Movie of Star Wars when I was a kid. I just loved it, and I watched it again and again and again.
Yeah, I've watched every single movie. I've watched the animated shows. Like I've watched all Star Wars things you can watch, like animated stuff, the new Mandalorian show, whatever. I played so many of the games. I read some of the comics. I even started reading the Republic Commando book based on the video game. That was fantastic. I still hope that they're going to do a new one of those, even though it's technically not canon anymore after Disney bought Star Wars, but it kind of is because they snuck the characters into the Disney into the animated Clone Wars series. But we're not here to talk about Star Wars. We're here to talk about the beer. But I really hope he's gonna fly under the radar because I think it's something Disney definitely would, you know.
Yeah.
But in cases like that, you can always be like the little guy versus the big guy. You know, the David and Goliath situation, at least in terms of people following you. So 206 bottles of this beer, Black Forest Moon, and it said not bad for a little furball. And I believe that's Han who say that in
I think so.
in Return of the Jedi when they're fighting with the Ewoks.
Yeah.
Even though it's not my favorite of the Star Wars movies, but I think my favorite Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite. But and the new trilogy, I will say, I actually prefer the prequel trilogy that everyone hated compared to the new ones. But Black Forest Moon is a Black Forest Ghetto inspired Imperial Stout on 10.8%. Black Forest Ghetto or Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, the German chocolate cake. So a dense layered chocolate cake with like cream, this like kind of marmalade-y cherry filling.
Yeah.
It's soaked
sometimes
in like
liqueur.
Sometimes soaked in like a rotary, which is like one of the various different cherry liqueurs. It's from the Schwarzwald area in German, from the Black Forest. And to emulate these flavors, they brewed an Imperial Stout brewed with malted barley, oats, brown sugar, honey, hops, yeast, and natural cherry flavoring, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. So, and Brett actually got 2 bottles.
I was lucky enough to get 2 bottles of this. This was sold out in 4 minutes on Optimism. 4 minutes. I'm pretty stoked on getting 2 bottles, I would say.
Yeah, well, now we get to try it again. So.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing. Pour is a very nice, thick, pitch black looking color.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like this is probably double mash.
It looks like chocolate with the head.
I really smell the cherry from here.
Yeah.
And then, a beige, tan looking head.
Yeah.
Let's check out the aroma. It smells to me like cherry bubblegum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or cherry Starburst candy.
Yeah.
It's because it's cherry flavoring, I think.
Yeah. And also, we also talked about, it has like a marshmallowy, almost like skumbanana.
Skumbanana. It's marshmallow. Yeah. Like
strawberry marshmallow to me.
So, okay, to me it smells nothing like a Black Forest Ghetto at all.
Okay.
It smells like cherry candies.
Yeah.
You can get foam candies. It's kind of like marshmallows. We have a few different ones in Scandinavia, and some of them are fruit flavored. It's kind of like that, but also like the artificial flavor you get from a black cherry Starburst, or just cherry flavored candies.
Yeah.
It's like this kind of really dense slightly artificial candy cherry thing.
You know what? It also reminds me of the aroma of if you open wine, like a
I was
wine
just
gummies.
about, but it not the British ones, like Haribo,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking Haribo Gold Bears,
Yeah.
like the red ones.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
So strange.
That's so weird. It's like it's.
But I think the vanilla kind of plays into it and gives it more of it like a candied.
Yeah, and there's a chocolate edge to it. It's got kind of like a candy bar type feel because of chocolate. But it's like you mix. It's almost like a candy bar with gummy candies or something like in it.
But can you also see what I talk about with like
weird.
strawberry marshmallow almost? Because
it's because it's a synthetic fruit paired with lots of vanilla. So it's like marshmallowy candy, whatever.
It's so weird.
Whoa.
It's so weird.
Let's try. Cheers. It really tastes like cherry candies. It's nowhere near as thick as it looked pouring out.
It's like this medium plus silky mouthfeel.
I think the mouthfeel could definitely have been much better to bear the flavoring of cherry.
Yeah. That was Reg and I's primary critique. Mm-hmm. That it could use more body.
Lots of sweetness.
Yeah.
Sugar.
But I think that the cacao kind of kicks in with a bit of like a dry, slightly...
There's a touch of... I think it might be... There's a little bit of alcohol to it. But I think that might be because it's both brown sugar and honey. I don't know how much of the grain bill is that, but there's a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah, just a bit, yeah. And that's right. It reminds me a little of... Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of cherry liqueur because of that slightly...
It's very cherry liqueur-like.
Yeah.
Mixed with cherry wine gums.
It's such a weird beer.
It's super weird. I don't know. I'm a bit perplexed by it, to be honest. It's a good beer, but I'm not floored. I think it's too weird for my taste in terms of that like candy cherry thing.
I think I would definitely prefer other flavors than these. Yeah, and I think that's definitely a part of it for me.
Yeah, it's
that I just prefer other flavors.
I could like this, but I think it just needs like more body, and there's a few different things I would done differently, and maybe also like it has that artificial cherry thing. I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, I think the aroma is definitely more candied, and like just candy aroma, whereas the taste is more natural because it has like a bit of roast and it has cacao kind of kicks in.
It's like for me it's borderline on being too fake.
Yeah.
Just borderline.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too fake, but it's like right on the edge to be one of those pastry stouts that I could rant on that I don't think are that great anymore.
I think the cacao nibs save it. I think that's maybe just a bit of vanilla, like a base press. Maybe. Yeah, kind of saves it from being too synthetic.
But I would really have loved more mouthfeel in this. It is full, it's like slick and creamy and whatever, and you can feel the coating on your lips. But I expected it. Looking at it pouring out, it'd be like thick, sludgy.
And also from the look of the head, it has this like really dense look to it. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't put this as like a world class flavored Imperial Stout like people are hyping it up to be in the UK.
I feel like the UK seems like they've been hyping a lot of pastry stuff that shouldn't be hyped.
But I also think...
It was the same with Storm in a Teacup. Way too hyped.
Yeah, but I think people in the UK have really sweet, like slightly artificial palates.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you're just
like a lot of the candies.
In the UK you have a lot of these slightly artificial candies and a bit like really weird sweet cakes and like strange...
And Brett knows this stuff because he's half British.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird candies in the UK, and especially...
Is your dad who's British?
Yeah, my dad's from Liverpool in England, and I've had some weird cakes and candies over there, so... Yeah, I think maybe people in the UK prefer these flavors a bit more than we do.
Probably.
Because Scandinavia is quite purist with,
yeah, and then we also have, I think we have a bigger thing for umami maybe than sweet.
Yeah, And licorice. And
licorice.
Yeah.
Licorice. Yeah.
And yeah, coffee. But yeah, of course you also drink a lot of coffee in the UK. But yeah.
But it's
anyway,
it's a fun kind of gummy candy, like
it's such a weird thing.
cherry. It's super weird.
Yeah.
Very dry. It's unfortunate. The more I drink it, the less I actually like it.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations for me. Again, it's not a bad beer, but I can't go higher than a 90.
I think I'll go like 91, 92, but it is.
I think it's good, but I feel like if I had the entire bottles to myself, but towards the end, I would feel like okay, this is too much.
Yeah.
In terms of like the flavor.
Yeah. It's for me. It's too synthetic, and it needs more body. If those things were changed, I would probably
talk
like
to the
it.
dudes at Neon Raptor. No, I'm kidding. No, Emperor probably has some really good other beers. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be this hyped.
No.
And I hope to try more of them. But as always, we say our opinions.
Yeah, and I
our
think,
personal opinions.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean everyone else is gonna think what we think.
No. But I think definitely I would like to try some other Imperial Stouts with other flavorings and ingredients
other than like
these.
Black Forest Ghetto. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, guys.
That's how it goes sometimes.
It is. So, guys, that does it for the review of the Emperor's Brewery Black Forest Ghetto Imperial Stout. If you had a chance to try this one, guys, let us know. Very small amount of bottles. I mean, 206. That's not a lot. So if you had one, let us know what you thought of it. Otherwise, let us know about some other Emperor beers you've had you really enjoyed. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And see you guys in another beer review.